You're not one for waiting in lines, are you?
Have you heard about the madness in Southwood? Club sister said she saw people building houses in mud.
Haven is free of pirates. Looks like General Endare kicked them out.
How do you know? Were you there? I heard she had nothing to do with it.
This is about Cormount, isn't it? Don't blame her because you backed the wrong side.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. It's very important. Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one listen? I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamriel. Not long ago, we noticed irregularities in 3 of the star signs. Shortly thereafter, strange armies overran Craglorn. One of our order, Hara, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can speak to her personally. Please, help us. Hello?
Nothing about you says risk or challenge, especially not punch a troll in the face while wearing a crown made from your own trousers. If you care to prove me wrong, I can introduce you to my 2 best friends, Gold and Bragging Rights. Daedra. I can't stand them. Always so smug, acting like they own all of Tamriel. There's a mass of them in Mehrunes spite. Kill the fool who summoned them, of course, but I want you to banish enough Daedra that Oblivion takes note. You need summoning sigils and some kind of relic to summon that many Daedra. Kill the Daedra for the summoning sigils. When you have enough, throw them on the ritual pyre to weaken the relic. Then you can smash it and banish them for good.
What are you afraid of? Words?
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance. Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you? Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn? Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs. Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice. We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside. Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course. The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim. I'm here on the ambassador's orders. I can't leave my post unless there's an emergency. Suit yourself.
What am I going to do? Have to clear all this rubbish before the end of my shift. Ambassador's order. Do you think so? I wouldn't want to burn down the embassy. You're right. And I can stay here to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Thanks for the suggestion.
Smoke? What's going on? What are you doing?
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom. Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find? Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun? What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her. I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Irene's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
Are Khajiit really building?
Saw you standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you. Azerith, I'm Dusk Ranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this. I know enough. Khajiit are owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why. The king suspects Ambassador Tarinwe has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it. Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy. If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee. Have someone smuggle her out of Grotwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens, at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
What is it?
Hey there, good-looking. If you're eager for an adventure, I have just the thing. It involves a secret mission, an intoxicatingly beautiful but missing woman, and a mystery straight out of... Ah, that part comes later. The darling Valencia has disappeared. So, that takes precedence. I was hired by Lady Arabelle to pick up some medallions from Valencia. But when I got to her workshop, I found the place ransacked, and she was gone. People in my line of work tend to acquire various contracts. I put the word out and finally got one of mine to bite. I'm off to meet up with Tarasca now. So, want to help me find Valencia and talk to my contact? You'll be paid, naturally. Here's the location where my contact Tarasca wants to meet. I hired a wagon to take us there. Hope you don't mind being in close quarters for a bit, my good-looking friend. Valencia crafted them from a master medallion. Lady Arabelle says they're crucial to the success of our mission, but I stopped listening when I realized they weren't worth any gold. They're invitations of some sort, but she didn't tell me. Not really. My first job for Lady Arabelle was to track down the master medallion, the template used to make the others. I don't know the finer details, or care to. I was supposed to get the medallions from Valencia, but they were missing too.
Oh, well, this one here is it's broken anyway. Hasn't functioned in centuries.
Orcs are all about honor and all that, yeah? I wonder if he really tricked me.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a High Elf ambassador. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinway before she buys passage out of Grotwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
Spare some coin? Or some skooma?
Finally, some meat! I don't even care where it came from anymore.
Please, let me go!
Your words are wise, Lakura. Now, come, sit by me and enjoy what we have to offer. Your words are wise, Lakura. Now, come, sit by me and enjoy what we have to offer.
Ah, you tempt me. But this one's husband is willing.
But you have no husband here, my lord. My friends and I will see you forget your troubles.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
Prince Naaman? We had assurances. How can we make him our puppets if we can't control him?
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
He'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Only if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving! Good working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
Could you help me out? Heard about the madness in South Point. My cub sister said she saw people building houses out of log
And how would that
cabins.
work exactly? They'd skitter away. Don't believe everything you hear.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy? Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it. Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naaman. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
I heard what you told the king. Ambassador Tarinway a traitor? Disgraceful. Makes the rest of us look bad. But the Dominion owes you its thanks. As Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, the duty falls to me. We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinway until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must. But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Iren at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process. The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Eldenroot. It will divine Queen Iren's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings. Doing so would make Queen Iren look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant once you grow accustomed to the smell. The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task. She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. The Sylvanar is on some sort of pilgrimage. You think the spiritual incarnation of the Wood Elves could stick to a schedule? As for the Main, I cannot begin to understand the excuses of the Khajiiti mystics. There will be no Main. This is all I know. King Camoran Eredan. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course.